This is part 2 of my transcript and healing work with the heart of Gaia. 08/03/24, International Women's Day. I felt moved to create a woman flower essence in connection with Gaia. Gaia unites all women, and all women are linked through one another through the vortex of the earth. The flower essence is there to provide healing, remembrance, and assistance. On the same day, I started to paint dots of very bright colors. I sense the support of India to the heart of Gaia. I see Indian soldiers, lines and lines of Indian soldiers placed around the heart. Then, still within that very Indian feel, I started to paint avatars, dots of bright colors in alignment with one another. They are arriving on Earth in very specific locations and in alignment with one another in order to radiate light. Lots and lots of them are coming down to Earth and being activated. The energy of avatars is building up towards me, screaming to the top of my voice and lungs, whilst turning clockwise and stopping at cardinal points with my arms and legs wide open. Illuminare, illuminaris, illuminarium. Illuminare, illuminaris, illuminarium. Over and over again. I see myself emanating light from my heart through my whole body. I am activating and releasing the Christ consciousness within my body to be liberated out into the universe. I enter a trance. There is light pouring out of me. I then place that energy at the center point of the painting, between the two hearts. That energy represents the second coming of the Christ, Christo energy, the consciousness of oneness with God, also known as the Messiah. I later that day decide to go for a walk. A wild apple and pear tree blossom flower lands in front of me. I eat it. I also find a brush at the bottom of a cross in which I read the word power. I know that my power lays in my brush. I later feel to swirl anti-clockwise with the wind, which is very strong on that day. And as I swirl, I stop at cardinal points with my arms and legs wide open, screaming, I am the restored DNA. I am restored. I enter a vortex of energy and ground the energy into the earth. I am restored, and as I restore my DNA, I restore the DNA of my lineage, which is now accessible to the collective within the body of the earth. As I stayed awake in the depth of the night that evening, I saw a red dragon emanating out of my body and flying freely into the full moon. I felt so joyous to have finally released the dragon of my DNA, an ancient lineage, out into the universe. A couple of nights before, I was awakened with a vision of the Virgin Mary, Miriam. She had her back turned to me, and as she turned to face me, I could see that she was entirely black, with no face. She was devoid of the universe. I felt compelled to go closer, and as I started to touch her face, my hand completely disappeared. I placed one hand and my whole arm, then I completely disappeared. I had the feeling that I was being asked to look for something very specific and difficult to find, something very precious and small. I understood later that I was searching for a piece of DNA. I was able to travel through space and time to retrieve it. As I came back into my body, I was terrified that such a portal could be opened and could fall into the wrong hands. Then it became clear to me that such vortex was accessible to anybody through the female body, as women carry the whole universe within the matrix of their womb. I suddenly understood why women had been oppressed for so long, due to the power of the matrix they carry within them. 1903/24, still within the unraveling of the oneness consciousness, I created a Queen of Peace flower essence, the Virgin Mary Miriam, to embody the energy of this ancient Jewish priestess, to be like a queen, unshaken by what is happening, impartial and sovereign, holding the spectre of truth and light in all directions. The spray is there to induce and spray peace. I use laurel flowers and laurel essential oil. The laurel emanates a divine smell and erects like a phallus, male and female into one. I started creating hundreds of white lines in connection with that energy, children bringing peace and dissipating dark and dense energies effortlessly. They are entirely covering the whole painting and earth. I sense the imminent arrival of lots and lots of babies. I cried a lot during this healing, letting the Queen of Peace enter my heart. I also started to create lots of squares and boxes around some of the avatars, as if some of them were maybe trapped, maybe veiled, handicapped, or in jail, or under surveillance, but that boxing around them did not stop them doing the work they had set themselves to do. 250324. I covered everything in white mica. The energy represents the seraphim angels, a softening of the heart. They bring new insights, more understanding, more compassion, more heart opening and experiences, more self-love and self-care, more unity and healing opportunities, wrapping the world with their angel wings. 280324. A mix of natural pigments and gomme arabic, creating pearlescent colors. Pink for love, purple for spirituality, and blue for expression. Each color came with a distinct vibration and message. Pearlescent pink for love and the awakening of the Christ consciousness, or again oneness consciousness. It's not a battle of faith, but simply a vibration of oneness with source energy, which Yeshua and his twin flame Mary Magdalene have embodied. Yeshua was always the Messiah. This was shown to me as evident by Gaia. The second coming of the Christ is an evolution of consciousness into the oneness consciousness of non-duality. This has nothing to do with religion, yet all to do with spiritual awakening of the heart. The message with this color is keep resisting to the temptation of hatred within your own heart, for there lays the second coming of the Christ. Pearlescent purple is for spirituality and spiritual healing. It has to do with goddess work and the healing of the divine feminine, or again the female expression of the light. Woman's work is crucial to the repair of womb man and womb manity. I can assist in this work. I also got the daughters of the moon and the daughters of the sun are coming to help heal the world. Which was followed by the First Nations are coming to assist in the ascension. Blue, the voice. God is womb, man. I came to be me in human form. God is a womb, man, giving birth to itself through sacred union. For the act of the phallus entering the yoni helps it, her, he birth herself to infinity. That is Tantra, birthing oneself inwardly and outwardly to infinity. There is no male or female, there is just one. Male being the extension of herself within herself. Male is the prolongation of the goddess within herself. In the giving, you will find completion. In the extension of the divine fulfillment. In the womb, man, destiny and purpose. Continuously birthing yourself to the divine. Continuously birthing the divine through you. The new earth frequency is the restored and balanced male and female forces and energies meeting as one, each one being whole. 050424. I have been looking for a very specific necklace with gemstones that my mother gifted me from India. For days I search and cannot find them, and finally when I do, I know exactly what they are for. Today marks 6 months, day to day, of the shooting of October 7th. I am placing the multicolored gemstones with my left hand around the heart as an act of remembrance and honorable bond. After placing the stones, I feel to add some pearls from my grandmother's necklace. It is not an easy act. Breaking the necklace liberates the energy which they carry, the purity of the pearls and the love of my grandmother. I then feel to add some seashells, and I place the orishas, also known as Shiva shells, around the contour of the heart. As I do this, I start singing intuitively, Shiva Shiva Shambho, Shiva Shiva Shambho, a Hindu mantra of Shiva, the Lord of destruction and rebirth. It is a mantra I found out later, which helps to purify the mind. Shiva and Shakti standing as one. The chanting is relentless, and I marvel at my knowingness and the perfection of the universe. The day of the placing of the stones had to be right, and so was the gifting of those shells from a dear teacher of mine. This healing was always meant to be. I was always meant to do this work. I was born to do this work. The universe is unfolding day by day, moment by moment, to perfection. I finished the healing by extending my arms to opposite side of my body and clapping them together energetically in front of my heart. I have done this a few times. I'm surprised by the vision I receive. I see two women sharing a loving embrace, an Arab and a Jew. I received the bond of family blood. 06:04:24, cathartic release through the body. I punch light into the ground, forcing it into Gaia and the womb of the earth. I don't want to hurt her, but there's a force that I need to burst and anchor into the ground. I create a clear and energetic pathway between heaven and earth. I take divine energy and burst it into the ground. I take it from all around me and burst it into the ground again and into the womb of the earth. I realize how instrumental the human body is. We are the rainbow bridge between heaven and earth. I also hear God is with the Israelites. End of transmission. 07:04:24. I create an abundance flower bouquet which I turn into an abundance flower essence for a spray. Nature's beauty is our everlasting wealth. Since I have started to work with Gaia, my ability to receive guidance around plant medicine and to interact with plant spirit has tremendously increased. I am now creating with nature on a daily basis. On Monday the 8th of April, it is a new moon with a total solar eclipse. My work with the heart of Gaia is now complete, and I can now place the energy of its repaired and restored heart back to where it belongs, an original place at the center of Gaia and humanity. I feel moved to create a flower Olympia with rainbow flowers. It is a flower bouquet of gratitude and an act of reciprocity. Thank you, Great Mother, for coming to me and revealing yourself to me. As I gently bless the painting by tapping the bouquet and the flowers onto the canvas, I find myself calling for all women of all rainbow tribes to come as one, from all the corners of the earth, together as one within the oneness consciousness of the womb and the heart of Gaia, which links them all. Today, I wish to share my painting of Gaia to rally people in unity, for one humanity, to raise no other flag than the flag of Gaia. I wear Hamsa hand, the hand of the healer and protector, the hand of power and strength, the hand of the divine feminine, the hand, symbol of the 5 senses, the 5 elements, the 5 chakras, earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. The woman of light, Miriam, Inanna, Ishtar, Fatima, and the Virgin Mary, the hand of the Creator and the cosmic womb of the universe. Inside my hand lays a heart and the shape of a phallus trump. I have used this hand to sign my work and have placed it next to my name on the heart of Gaia. You are me and I am you, connected through the heart we are. Together we stand as one human family. Whatever your political views, convictions or social codes, whatever your race, religion, age or faith, and whatever you believe to be true, stand with humanity, stand with the Great Mother, stand with Gaia and her children.